Chris Reese, Night Guy on 101.9 The Mix, and I am IMS.
The reason I'm out here at the Illinois Media School is the radio business, while there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of stations, the people in the business is a small, tight-knit group, and I really enjoy the opportunity of being able to give back, connect, share the experiences I have, and actually learn from the students as well. My name is Dustin Rhodes. I'm the executive producer with the Molly and Hanley Show on 670 The Score, and I am IMS.
Okay, y'all, I am back. So let's talk more about this bitterness. So I got some people to answer what they think their definition of a bitter baby mama or bitter baby daddy is. So you guys, please, I want to know your personal definition of what a bitter baby mama or bitter baby daddy is. So I have an answer here from our very own C. Della. He says, to be bitter is to be angry, resentful. I believe anyone who breaks up with another person is bitter. You feel like you should have been treated better, should have been loved. The children are irrelevant to the feeling. They are often tools used to express the parents' bitterness. Now, see, I like that. That's good. Yes, that's what I was saying. I think that people use the children to, make that sit in, which is wrong, because I wouldn't want to hurt my child because I'm mad at the daddy or I'm mad at the mama if I was a guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it does. Like I said, it hurts the children when you're in these bitter situations. If you don't want to be with, if the mama don't want to be with you, let her go. If the daddy don't want to be with you, guess what? Let him go. Because all this stuff you doing, it hurts your kids. And it might make your kids resentful or hateful of you, or resentful and hateful of other people. Like, you'll never know what the things you do to your kids. Yes, I did. I talked about that, about the girl who cut her baby's daughter hair off. Yes, I talked about that. But right now, I'm just getting people's own definitions of what a bitter baby mama or daddy is. So, this one girl named Jerry, she says, I resent the term bitter because it's dismissive AF. So, I'm pretty sure you guys know what that means. Some people have legitimate issues and they are working through with a co-parent and immediately get labeled as bitter when they get upset about it. Not every high conflict co-parent is bitter. Well, no, you're not bitter, girl. You're just toxic. That's my opinion. So, from Michelle. A miserable female that will lie to the father about his kid leaving the state with her boyfriend or best friend for Christmas because he did not come pick his daughter up when she said pick her up at the last minute. Neither of them have a car, so she couldn't have done it any quicker. Also, one that talks bad about a woman she has never met, but they treat your baby good. FYI, the 5-year-old told me she said bad things and used bad words. I don't even think she wants him. She just don't want him anymore. Well, I don't know what that means, but yeah, something to do. So she's saying it's bitter that if you call somebody out of state and ask to pick your kid up the last minute and neither of them have a car, that makes you bitter. Clara says where they think they're the only parent regardless of what you try to provide, or a woman feels like it's more her child because she gave birth and carried it, where funds are withheld to make the other person's life harder. Keep the child away because of how they feel and not the child. Yes, I have seen people do that, keep people away, or they be like, oh, you can't take my son around that girl because woo, 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 woo. Or you can't have my kid around those dudes. You know, things that they do. I'm pretty sure. So, Troy says a BM who won't let you see your baby by any means necessary. And every time you date someone new, she gives you HE double hockey sticks. Is that still considered cursing if I say it like that? I don't know. Next time I just won't say anything. I'll just say beep. This one woman named Karen said, I don't think guys know this, but you can take the mother to court too. Well, Karen, I think some guys know that because there are a lot of guys taking their baby mamas to court. It's not, you may not hear it, but I'm pretty sure there's lots of cases, and there also are a lot of single dads out there, so I'm pretty sure that they know that, Karen. But thank you. Okay, so this one says, trying to hit the BM with his car because he did not have the child back in time. Not wanting to pay child support because the BM won't let you hit it anymore. Not paying child support because the BM is fed up. Oh yes, I know all about the child support. So yes, I know a little bit about that, but a person keep running away from the child support, so I don't get no money because they keep ducking and hiding from their jobs. But that is, to me, that's bitter. You don't want to pay child support for your child, and you just want to hide and run from the courts. That's bitter to me. Like, really, you have a job and you could do whatever, but you don't want to pay for your child? That's bitter. So this one girl, Deidre, when I asked the question, she replied, his name is Jason S. I'm sorry, y'all, but that is funny to me. She just put him out on blast. You want to know a bitter baby daddy? His name is Jason S. She's funny. This one young lady says, mines are grown now, but he is mad because I have furthered my education and became a nurse. Plus, he and his uneducated wife gets a disability check on the first, and all they do is discuss me and other people. He is mad because I divorced his sorry beep and got child support and moved on and made a better life for myself. That's a bitter baby daddy and a hater. Okay, yeah, he's a little bitter out there. So you moved on, you get out of that situation, you moved on and got your life together, and now he's mad and discussing you. Okay, that could be bitter. That could be bitter. Okay, so this one says, mind you, I'm single and I have a child. His dad is in the military and sees him twice a year. He lives 7 hours away. I could be bitter, but I'm not because, well, I'm not. Well, that's good that you're bitter, but that don't have nothing to do with what we're talking about, girlfriend. So, Lena says, men gets stupid when new punani is involved and sometimes will particularly neglect his duties as a father, and the fact that the mother is concerned about the new chick, it doesn't hurt if the father can properly introduce his new girlfriend to the mother of his child so there won't be any problems. Okay, well, I agree, but you know, sometimes people introduce the mom or dad to their new boyfriend or girlfriend, and the mom or dad are still jealous and haters, and they're like, oh, well, okay, keep that person away from my child, or I'm not going to send that child around you if they're with them or they're with you, da-da-da-da-da. You know how that goes. So here is another example. He buys a new car. Now all of a sudden she wants more money for God knows what. He goes on vacation. Now there are memes posted about how baby daddies can't take their kids on vacations with them. He finally gets a girlfriend. Now he have to jump through hoops to spend time with his children. And the number one BBM saying, she can't be around my child until I meet her. If he was good enough to lay down with and have his baby, I'm sure he's good enough to pick out a woman who's willing to care and protect your child. Disclaimer, I know there are some effed up women in this world. Keep in mind, he did select you at one point. So, okay, y'all, we getting a call in, so I'm going to answer this call. 1 second. Hello, welcome to Love's Midnight Fantasy. Who is this? Hi, Red Velvet. I'm good. How are you? Do you have an answer to our question, Red Velvet? Oh, the question is, what is your definition of a bitter mama, baby mama, or bitter baby daddy? Oh, you know you can't curse on this radio? Oh, okay. Well, everybody, Red Velvet says F it. You know, F them, F it, and F everything else. We can't curse on the radio, y'all, so y'all know when y'all call in. They gonna kick me off, y'all. Well, thank you, Red Velvet, for calling, and thank you for your opinion. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, yes, you guys, I forgot to tell you, yes, we do take live in phone calls. So if you would like to talk to me and answer this question, the phone number is 331-330-4927. And with that being said, Red Velvet, thanks for calling me. And with that, y'all, we'll be right back.
Hi everybody, I'm Candy Gomez here at Illinois Media School in Lombard. I am one of the newest people to join the staff here. I am a student advisor. So I bring all my
y'all, who just called me? Talk about some Red Velvet.
I bring all that here and I talk to kids, students of all ages, of all backgrounds, and I let them know what radio is like. We're just working in the media too. I'm Candy Gomez from Kiss FM, and I am IMS.
Hi, I'm Rob Rose, and I'm one of the instructors here at Illinois Media School. I've been teaching here at the school since 2010, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. This is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today?
Television, web, podcast.
Hey, Desire. Hey, M. And hey, Cousin Darlene. How y'all doing?
I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
Okay.
The reason I'm out here at the Illinois Media School is the radio business, while there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of stations, the people in the business is a small, tight-knit group, and I really enjoy the opportunity of being able to give back, connect, share the experiences I have, and actually learn from the students as well. My name is Dustin Rhodes. I'm the executive producer with the Maloney and Hanley Show on 670 The Score, and I am IMS.
I got started at IMS here as an instructor a couple years back after I heard a couple of people I worked with were also instructors here. I'm always here if you need help with developing what you're passionate about. And that's what most people come here for. They have a passion. They want to do something. They want to do radio play-by-play. They want to do sports talk. They want to do updates, whatever it may be. My name is Freddie Hubner. I work at ESPN 1000 as a host and sports anchor, and I am IMS.
I came to Illinois Media School because I wanted to get back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years, so it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I'm Jonathan Hood from Sirius XM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.
I've been in the radio and broadcasting business for a long time, more than 3 decades, and I thought, if I spread my knowledge and shared what I know about the business with a lot of young minds, maybe I could get some of those people involved. And my dad talked to schools, and I thought I could do that too, and I could do it all in one place at Illinois Media School. I've been having a great time. I tell everybody I'm learning as much from the students as they learn from me. I am Eddie Volkman, and I am IMS.
Okay, y'all, I am back. I had to play them little commercials for y'all. Okay, so now we have Raphael here, and he wanted to talk about the woman who cut her baby's hair off and say that's a perfect example of bitter baby mama. And that is, and she posting and trying to say that she's not, and that she's a good parent, and they were too tight. Like I said, if you guys go on her page, Daddy's page, and watch those videos, you will definitely see that the braids were not tight, and she really hurt that little girl. And then Raphael said, oh wow, she went in about the phone call we just received from Red Velvet. And Raphael says, another definition of a bitter baby mama is keeping the kids away from the father for no reason. And yes, I can agree with that, because people do that. They don't let the kids see the baby or go visit or stuff like that. Victoria says, always pillow talking to the new girlfriend, always worried about who I'm sleeping with, not even half the day what was before the breakup. He and his girlfriend stalk your social media accounts. Oh no, girl, you better call 911. Okay, someone call 911 for Victoria Lewis. And she said pays child support but doesn't see the kid because money should be enough. I could go on and on about my bitter baby daddy. Ricardo says, I think anytime they are something to try to hurt the other person because of the way their relationship ended, and they do that through the child. Yes, there's a lot of people saying that the hurt is coming because through the child, because that's what it is. You're hurting the kids. Karen says, these women don't even be bitter, like I said on the other post. Society is so effed up that a peed off woman gets more flack than a deadbeat father or a toxic dude. I don't mind arguing either. Well, let me tell you something, Cameron, girl. I ain't finna be the one to argue with you, so, but girl, bad. Thanks for the answer to your question. Have a good day, Cameron. What up, Mickey? OG. Say hey to Raphael, Mickey, and my bae. Y'all, he's always watching. Such great support. So, Cocoa says, can't have BM, so don't want the child. Then get mad when child support hits them pockets. Yes, I agree. I do know a lot of dudes who have get mad when the mother of their children have put them on child support. You know, they don't want to pay that money. Well, some of them. I won't say everybody, so y'all excuse me, but some of them don't want to pay that money. And we all know how that goes. But if you don't pay that money, you know the government gonna take that right out your tax return. So, Nisi says, trying to make them miserable as possible and the man jealous as heck because you're living your life. Winter says, one that will not or has not contributed to the child's well-being in sight of the mother. Mad because she moved on. He's petty and butthurt. Demetrius says, taking her frustration out on the child because she's still in love with a bum father who won't act right. Okay, so I love that this topic is very opinionated. Like, there's a lot of different ways that people can be bitter, and I also like that some of y'all is telling y'all stories, because this is interesting. Okay, this is some good tea. Michelle says, come pick up the child, and then be not home. Another one said, Marie says, blocks the baby daddy's number in her child's cell phone so that when he calls his son or daughter, it goes straight to voicemail. Oh, wow. That's sad that you would have to do something like that. Seriously, you would block the number. You can't block the number off your phone. You have to block it off your child's phone too. Like, no, that's a little bit too far. These children need to speak to their parents, whether y'all are getting along or not. Okay. So, Tasia says doesn't take care of their child, absolutely lies about why they're not taking care of their child. Kendall says every interaction ends with an argument or with fight despite the /an attempt to compromise. Monique says stop supporting his kids because you've closed your legs. Yes, I've heard of that through some of my friends. Their baby daddies don't support or take care of their kids anymore because they won't have sex with them anymore. That is beyond me. Okay, that don't even make sense. First of all, the child you created is your blood, so you would not take care of your own blood because the mother or the father doesn't want to be with you, and you don't care how that affects your kid. Now that's something that doesn't make sense to me. So Misty says someone who cannot move past the breakup and does petty, spiteful things to their ex. Constant, someone who doesn't take care of their children because the mom moved on. Marie. Father, I want to come get my daughter on Saturday. Mother, I don't want my daughter around that beat. So, okay, yes, those are some good examples, especially the one where, like I said, the mothers don't want their kids around the girl, or the fathers don't want their kids around another dude. Maurice says instant child support after the breakup. Instant child support after a breakup. Karen has a reply to that. Child support isn't a negative thing. It doesn't always mean the father is a deadbeat. It's supposed to be a mediator. Society has us thinking that. I don't have any ill feelings towards men on child support, but I'm sure the minority does. Okay, you should put I'm sure the minority does at the end or something. But I'm sure the minority. Okay. So Susan says someone who wants the kid to hate the other parent because they actually hate them. That Susan, your answer to me beats all the other answers because I feel you on this. Someone who wants the kid to hate the other parent as much as the other parent does. I agree. I can agree with this 1,000 and some +%. This right here, Susan, you hit it on the head, girl. You hit it on the head. With me, at least. That's my opinion. So, Nicole says, I don't talk bad in front of the children. In front of the children. And about the struggling situation, I stated, if he's actually doing right, if he's out there buying drugs, it's obviously don't give him anything. But if he's trying and doing what he's supposed to do, then yeah, you should be co-parenting. Okay, Nicole, we see you. Chelsea, a baby daddy who was abusive and now that he's been charged with strangulation and other felonies wants to complain he doesn't have anyone, tells people the mom is keeping his kid from him, yet every time there is a day set for him to see the kid, he never shows up and blames the mother for it still. So, okay, yes. If there is abuse in the relationship, yeah, it's very quite hard to deal with those situations. And I know because I've been in domestic violence and all type of other things. But, yes, once a guy goes to jail and, for abuse, just leave him alone. But, I wouldn't even want my kid around anybody who has abused me. Like, my baby daddy blacked my eye. And I wouldn't say I want my child around him because he's on child support and he can choose to see him if he wants to, but he doesn't. But I'm not going to be his friend. If you want to see your child, if you want to come pick him up, you could do that. But I'm not going to be your friend and kiss your butt and all that stuff. No. First of all, No, that's not how that goes. Second of all, I'm Love Martin. Third of all, we passed the line that should have been crossed, and I'm just not going to deal with you on that level anymore. So sometimes it is good to have child support and the courts involved, you know, because especially if you're being abused and during strangulation, and then like, you know, he's got visiting that she's saying, and now he doesn't even want to come, probably because he can't abuse her. And that goes along with mental illness, because now you don't want to be around your child because you can't be around somebody who you abuse and all this other stuff.
Your show 2 to 3. Just check that.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Seems like people don't know when my show is over, you know? So we have a comment here from Drew. He says, I feel both baby mamas and baby daddies become bitter because they feel as though they might be doing too much or too less instead of trying to work together for the sake of the child, not knowing that energy you display is being looked at by the child. He will make the child form a resentment, but I do believe there are way more bitter BMs than baby daddies. Now, I can agree with that, being a woman, that I do think there are more bitter baby mamas than bitter baby daddies. But I will say that yes, I like your answer. Hit it on the head, in my opinion. But I think that co-parenting is a strong factor that is needed. So the bitterness should not be there because we need the co-parenting. Even if you guys aren't together, it is important to co-parent, because at the end of the day, no matter who thinks what, a child still needs, 1, the mama, and 2, the daddy. And if you guys are alive, then you should be doing it all. Both parents are alive, then you should be doing it all for the kids. Whether you got to do it through court, whether you got to do it through other people dropping and picking the baby up, whatever you got to do, they might not deserve it in your opinion, but you should make it happen, because in the child's opinion, it matters. The child needs both parents. And that's why we're talking about this, because the children are the future, right? I know my son is the future. He's smart. And one day I plan for him to be famous or something, you know? Like we all do, our kids. Smart, famous, rich, whatever, you know, playing sports. So I think we need to co-parent better. I think we need to let the bitterness go. I think there are things that people individually in their relationships need to talk about, because if they're not talked about, then they're not worked out. And like I said, if you can't communicate with the mom or the dad, I think you should find it in between, whether it's child support, counseling, a mom, parent, dad, somebody to step in and help with you guys communicate, picking up drop-offs, whatever you need. I feel like you need to work that out with you and your partner together by yourself. We have V. Eric, and he said, what up? On some cool stuff, I feel like mothers are a lot more abusive than fathers. Okay, true, that's your opinion, but I want to know what you mean. Are you saying like they're abusive like towards the kids, or they're abusive towards the parent, like the other parent? V. Eric, because that makes a difference, because it just does. Are a lot more abusive than the fathers. So are you saying that just women are just out there hitting their men, and then that's what, or are you saying that the women are whipping their kids? Or what are you trying to say? Talk to me, because I need to know what that means. But this young lady says he don't call and check on his son because I don't want to talk to him about anything other than our son. And ooh wee, I've seen some real life examples of that last one. People calling, don't want to talk to the other parent. Other parent getting mad. Then it's, click. That's that instant anger when they hang up on you. Click. Okay. So Nicole says, someone talking stuff about the other parent, especially in front of the kid, even if it's a baby. Seeing the other parent struggle and not helping in some kind of way. If baby daddy's struggling and he's not doing everything he can help out, because if he's struggling or going without, so is the child. Keeping the child away from the other parent or bribing the kid and making them not want to go to the other parent's house. Ooh, it's getting a little deep there. Okay, so bribing kids. First of all, I just want to say, in my opinion, if you're out here bribing your kids, then you are a low down dirty person to me. If you're out here bribing your kids not to like the other parent, that's a whole nother level of, I can't mess with you. Basically, I can't be your friend, I can't be your cousin, your sister, brother, none of that. Because if you're bribing your kid not to like the other parent, to want to go around or be around, then you're just making it harder for yourself. That's a whole nother, I can't even put that with bitter. Because if you bribe your kid not to go see the parent, baby, you going to hell. Excuse my French, you going to the underworld. That's a whole nother, that's my opinion. Don't forget, this is my opinion about that. Okay, so don't take it any other way, but that's my opinion. Because I can't, I wish my baby daddy would come and get my son for one day, a weekend. He don't even know who the heck he is. And you out here bribing your kids not to want to be around the parent, not to want to like them. Baby, if I had some of the baby daddies some of y'all had, I would not have nothing to complain about. Let me tell you, I have been a single parent for 6 years. I wish I would bribe my son not to want to see his daddy. Boy, back, go on, take your butt down over there in Indianapolis, wherever he at, for a week. Okay, get to know him. Because, baby, I can't do it all by myself, but I've been doing it. So please, y'all, if you are out here bribing your kids not to want to see the other parent, that is the highest, most low down, that is the highest level of bitter, in my opinion. That's low down and dirty. That is not somebody I could be friends with. I cannot trust you. I cannot be around you. That's a whole nother level of, ooh, child, the ghetto. Okay? That is beyond me. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It has been lovely talking and chatting with you guys. You guys know it's been a struggle to get here, but I'm here. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Red Velvet, for calling me. Thank you guys for talking to me. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for a great show. Everybody, thank you for your comments. The comments wouldn't make without the comments, there would be no show, because guess what? I wouldn't have nobody to talk to. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening. I'll see y'all next Thursday from 2 to 3. This is Love's Midnight Fantasy Radio, and I am out. See y'all next week.
About you, they got you on my mind, thinking about you all the time. I don't know what it is about you that makes me lose control, stop me from saying no. I think I know what it is, but you're just a friend, and if I tell you this, how would that end? So I gotta catch control, I gotta lose this vibe, gotta keep myself from being denied. I hope it's not meant to be. Even the blind could see it, and I just really hope I don't love you. It's the ways we can flow, how we love you so. I don't know what it is about you that got you on my mind, thinking about you all the time. what it is about you that makes me lose control. Stop me from saying no. I don't know what it is about you that got you on my mind. I'm thinking about you all the time. I don't know what it is about you that makes me lose control. Stop me from saying no. I don't wanna give it up, don't wanna speak my mind. Can't let you know that it's just a phrase. It's an unfamiliar feeling, but you're on my mind night and all day. I hope it's not meant to be, even the blind could see. And I just really hope I don't love you the way you feel so. Love me so. I don't know
Where is it?
about you that got you on my mind, thinking about you all the time. I don't know what it is about you that makes me lose control. Stop me from saying no. I don't know what it is about you that got you on my mind,